Saw you yesterday with an old friend.
It was the same old same. How have you been?
Since you've been gone, my world's been dark and gray.
You reminded me of gratitude.
You're in tune to the Powerhouse Radio, linking the world to the Caribbean.
I was head of the church.
I was off to drink you away.
I thought about you for a long time. Can't seem to get you off my mind.
I can't understand why we're living life this way.
I found your picture today.
It's all about.
I swear I'll change my way.
And the big man himself is
God to say I want you.
with a picture. Man, I'm hearing a little echo going on over here. Hearing a little echo going on. Yeah, you're in tune. We're right here to the Powerhouse Radio, linking the world to the Caribbean. Also streaming live under the Victorious 89.1 FM. Trying to get rid of this echo that's going on in the background here. This wasn't going on just a minute ago. Well, the number's right here in the studio is 706-955-2001. That's 706-955-2001. You're in tune to the Powerhouse Radio, linking the world to the Caribbean.
Victorious 89.1 WAKP. Your unity in the community station.
Disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed on the Powerhouse Radio station are those of the host, guests, and callers, are not necessarily those of this station, its management, or other hosts or advertisers. The show, found on the Powerhouse Radio station, can promote any lifestyle, belief, religion, political affiliation, or other personal practice. These shows are for entertainment purposes only and are not intended to treat, diagnose, and or claim any cure of disease or conditions. Opinions stated by various contributors to the Powerhouse Radio and its programming are not to be considered as endorsed by the Powerhouse Radio station. Visitors are urged to use their own discernment to draw their own conclusion. We emphasize the importance of keeping an open mind.
One by One Kia, full range of products embodies fundamental nutrients necessary to maintain beautiful and healthy hair care without having to combine an assortment of hair care products. The One by One Kia products are designed to rejuvenate, moisturize, create shine, fortify, and stimulate hair growth while leaving your hair feeling weightless and luxurious. Be sure to visit our website at www.onebywankaya.com and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at One by One Kia. Let's get your healthy hair care journey started today.
Yes, it is all about reasoning. Reasoning Thursdays. Still have a little echo there. Don't know where it's coming from, but nonetheless, it's all about reasoning. Reasoning Thursdays, each and every Thursdays. Wasn't gonna come live on the screen. I was just gonna do it in the background because not just tired today. Really, really tired. But nonetheless, I'm here, and I'm glad that you're here with me. Mama Acid MIA, waiting for her to call in. But we have a couple of we're just gonna reason just for a little bit, maybe half an hour. I want to say big ups to the Victorious 89.1 FM WAPK. Also want to say big shout outs to each and every one listening via our telephone lines at 667 Also, want to say big shout outs to each and everyone listening through our tuning app. And also, listening on the Fresh Vibes. I want to say big shout outs to you as well.com. Well, welcome to Reasoning. Welcome to Reasoning Thursday. I want to say big shout outs to you, Mr. Derek Brown. How are you doing? Good evening to you. And thank you for joining me right here for Reasoning Thursday. Before we get started, we're going to get through a couple of things that's going on in the ATL area. We're going to touch that. Definitely want to send out our condolences. I'm still hearing an echo here. We want to send out our condolences, go out to Tracy, to the Braxton family, on the passing of Tracy Braxton. Real sad. Wonderful young woman. And, to each and everyone who's suffered a loss, want to say, our condolences to each and every one. Welcome. If it's your first time joining us right here, well, welcome um, to Reasoning Thursday. Big shout outs go out to you, Don. I started out the program today with your music picture. So greetings to you, and thank you for joining us. Mama Acid, as I said, is MIA. So I'm winging this by myself. So the telephone lines are open at 706-955-2001. That's 706-955-2001. Some announcements that were sent to me. Big shout outs to you, Queenie. Big ups to you tuning in. Large up yourself, and thanks for joining me right here for Reasoning Thursdays. Atlanta is having a job fair. So for anyone who is like a teacher, has a bachelor in educations, doctorate in educations, Atlanta is having a job fair on the 26th of March this month, and they're starting out the range of 49,000, go all the way up to 96,800. So you all can most definitely, I'm still hearing that echo. Most definitely can, if any teachers out there want to work for the Atlanta system, school system, then you all going down there and fill out those applications. I know they'll be happy to see you all, because you know what? There's a shortage in educators, and educators are one of our most important people. And I always say the educators don't get paid like how they are to be paid, you know. Yeah, because they are the best. They're the one that teach each and every one of us. They teach each and every one of us. So if you are an educator and you're looking to relocate, or anything like that, right here in the ATL, they're hiring. Also, the DeKalb County Police Department, they're doing a free safety fair that's going on. They're giving away free gun locks, and that's taking place on March the 19th at 10 a.m. and it's going to be at the South DeKalb Plaza, and that's 2625 Candler Road. They're giving away gun locks, car seats, safety checks, DUI simulators, child ID kits, a couple of things. And they're going to teach you all how to do a neighborhood watch. And a neighborhood watch, I think, is a good thing, for those who have the Ring app, and they have whatever type of app. If you have a security system, and in that security system as well, um, you all have the cameras. A neighborhood watch, I think, is a good thing. I think it's a good thing. And so to create one in your neighborhood, when I'm laying in my bed in the middle of the night, things are going off of the children whom are out there checking people's door handles to see if you lock your door, and if you didn't lock your door, some is breaking windows and getting into your residence. I mean, into your vehicle. and taking out your personal items and things such as. So, um, creating a neighborhood watch, I think, is a good thing during the daytime, especially a neighborhood watch for the children in the morning times. We discussed that last year, I think it was, or year before last. I think myself and Mama Acid touched a little bit on that because, there was children who were being approached at the bus stop and things such as. So, we were really encouraging for there to be a neighborhood watch and the parents take turn, take turns as to being out there and watching the children. So that's something that I totally agree upon. So if anyone would like to know how to create a neighborhood watch, then go on out to the free safety fair, and that's taking place um, this Saturday, the 26th, at the South DeKalb Plaza. And this morning my heart just melted, and I was just like, I prayed and prayed for the safe return of the little girl, the 1 year old, who was abducted this morning. In the middle of the night, my alert um, kept going off, and it was my Amber Alert kept going off, and it was regarding to that little girl. And it is reported that she was found safe, and that's a good thing, you know. And so they said that there was a little argument or whatever, and he took the child. My thought is, I'm hoping that he wasn't one of those fathers who was trying to hurt the child. But nonetheless, it's a crime and it should not be done. So when we get upset, my mother used to say, count to 10. You know what I'm saying? So we all need to count to 10. Um, uh, Also, summer in your news for the Atlanta area. What else we have here? For in the Atlanta area, there is, and really it's for all of America in itself. There's a new big C subvariant that is going around. So I don't think we're going to ever be rid of this thing. But they said it is on the rise. It could end, and here in Atlanta as well. And the epidemiologist responds to the new subvariant, and it's called BA2. And it's the water waste department says that the numbers suggest a rise in the cases. So I have and it's not severe, but it's highly transmittable. I have a question, and I want to know if I'm looking for some answers, and maybe some of you can give me a ding in the studio and let me know your thoughts on it. Um, how does the water waste know how much is in? So what are we saying? Are we saying that this big C is in the water? Are they confirming basically what I said like months ago, like in the beginning, well, maybe a year ago, that it's in the water, it's in the food, it's in all of these things. That's my theory. Okay, that's my theory, that it is in everything. But now the water waste suggests that the numbers are now suggesting that they're going to be a rise. Yeah, so I want to know your thought on that. What do you think about that? You know, it is now being said that it's even in the basically that's what they're saying. The water waste is saying that is in there. The numbers are suggesting a rise. So there's a peak in it. So continue to be diligent in vitamining up your, immuning your body, taking those vitamins, doing all that you need to do to remain safe, sanitize, and wear your mask. Even though there's all of these mask mandates have been lifted, I've been seeing a lot of persons going around with no mask on, not in the stores, and even at the parties. I mean, at parties, there's not
there may be like maybe about 3 or 4 persons that are having on a mask, you know. So I question that. I'm always masked up. And I even sometimes double mask. Okay. I got a comment from Berlin. It says, it seems as if once the numbers go down, they come up with another one. All the time. All the time. It appears that to me too, that as the numbers go down, they come with another variant. And when they come with another variant, and you know what else? Every time it goes down as well, they come with this mask mandate that they tell you, they say to you, well, go on and take off the mask. And then the numbers climb back up again. You know what I'm saying? And then they talk about shutting down here, there, and everywhere. So questions to all of that. Give me a call at 706-955-2001 and reason with me. Mama Acid is MIA, not feeling too hot today. So also feel better, Mama Acid. Um, get well. I know up there it's crazy going on in Michigan. So definitely my love's out to you. And I'll check you next week right here on Reasoning Thursdays. But yeah, I wonder with all of these variants. And these variants, I feel like it's people doing that, isn't it? It's not something that just come out of the blue. It's still, I feel like they are still in the labs, still conducting experiments, still doing things, and costing people lives and making people get sick. And they need to stop. You know what I mean? And we were talking about a couple of weeks also about that someone put the someone put the the test underneath the water. Even after I done said that, I there months later there came up where somebody put they did that the big C test and put it in the water, and it showed it came up. So I don't think there's any way to um get away from it. The most is your immune system and the luck of the draw. A luck of the draw. Big shout outs to you, Donna Moody. Donna said that's true. It is true. It is true. They know what they're doing and they need to stop. They need to put a stop to this foolishness and stop every time we get over one, then they come up with another one. And also, correct me if I'm wrong or if I'm not giving out the right information, because I definitely don't like to give out wrong information. But isn't it soon time for a fourth booster or something like that? I thought I've heard it in the air that they're going to be coming up with a fourth booster shot. So I want to see what's going to happen with that, and just wish everyone the best. But continue to take care of yourself, your body. Take your vitamins. Eat right. I'm getting ready to go on this thing. Let me tell you now. I don't know if it's healthy or what, but I was told it's pretty healthy. I'm trying to lose some pounds because I'm voluptuously, um, I'm getting too voluptuous. You know what I'm saying? But wait a minute, before I get into my voluptuousness, Berlin says, I think so too. It's affecting the children real bad. That is not being published to the people. It sure is. It sure is. And there's three, it was reported that I think it's the fourth or fifth child here in Atlanta that lost their lives from this entire Big C thing, you know. So, yeah, I wish they'll get this thing. Well, I know they're not going to get this thing under control because it's a form of money. I feel, once again, from my perspective, my thoughts, I think that it's all about money, and so I don't think this thing is going to go away no time soon, whatsoever. I don't think that it's going to go away. So we're going to continue to need those shots and those boosters and all of those things. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Well, back to my voluptuousness. Back to my voluptuousness. Yeah. I'm getting a little bit too curvy and all these things. You understand? It's still curvy and but I'm getting too voluptuously. So I'm getting ready to embark on um this eat right campaign thing. Okay. So because my goal is to wait a minute before I get back to my voluptuous. You see where there's a cliffhanger, it's a cliffhanger. Well, Berlin said and control. Yeah, they're trying to control us. Yeah, they're trying to control us. And but back to my since Berlin just left it there at and control. Let me get back to my voluptuousness. Trying to lose couple of pounds because you know what? I want to be in the two-piece bikini and all of them things. The whole lot. Donna Moody says it's a hybrid disease of gas and electric, the World Wide Web. You know what? I think that you're right on that one. It's the World Wide Web is really, really, really not a good place, and it really, really is a good place. You have the good and the bad, with the ugly. You know what I mean? And I think that's what's going on, even with the web, because so many things are exposed and brought out with the web. So in some ways it's good, some way it's not a good thing, and the scare tactics in the bad way, the scare tactics that are being used and pushed through the news and the media and the social media and all of that. Yeah, that's a bad thing. But the good thing is that information is also coming out there on ways that you can combat this entire thing. How to build up your immune system, how to take care of yourself, to keep you as safe as you possibly can be kept. So I guess you have the good and the bad, with everything, and it's how people use these medias. And Donna Moody says gas and electricity is used worldwide, worldwide. I mean, if we don't have electricity, we missing out on a lot, people would say, because you won't be able to have lights, you won't be able to, if you have a television, to use a television. you know Gas is definitely used in all of the motor vehicles that are around, and for gas stoves and other things. And speaking about gas, before I get back to my voluptuousness, speaking about gas prices, do you believe that the gas prices are going down? I was told earlier today that the gas price has been going down. It was at 4.29 yesterday and is now at 4.16. So Berlin say, lady, not getting away from your curves. My curves and my voluptuousness. Oh my goodness. Donna say, so that's why it's a pandemic. Yeah, it's definitely a pandemic if you don't have gas and electricity. Right now, people are crying for the gas prices right now, and how high they are. Me personally, because I can work from home, and if I need to go out there, I'm going to my places of business, and I don't have to necessarily go in those areas very, very often. Um, but yeah, I could do most of my work from home. So I'm saving a lot on gas right now. And so that's a good thing. But yeah, through electricity. And okay. And Donna also says they are drilling for oil in Jamaica. That's the whole cockpit um, situation that's going on over there, and them wanting to take over the cockpit um, um, areas in Jamaica, and but we have a lot of gas and oil and stuff here in America, in Texas, and I think California, a couple of places where I don't see why they don't tap into those things. And yesterday I was listening a little bit to Les Gripe. I didn't get to listen to the majority, but I listened to a lot of Les Gripe, and they were also talking about the gas thing, the gas prices, and how high it is. I don't go anywhere. Why? And they were saying that Atlanta needs to most definitely leave the gas tax off, which Kemp was able to cut that tax for right now, but it's not a definite thing. And it was encouraged that he may need to just totally leave that gas tax off, which I think that would be definitely a good thing, and it will help people. Do you all see that the interest rate is going on? This is where I would love Mama Acid to be here for, because um, the interest rate has gone up, and it is reported that it's going to go up 6 more times before the end of the year, I think the summer is what they said. So for persons whom are trying to buy homes and buy vehicles, you better hurry up and get on that. You better hurry up and get on that, because those interest rates. Berlin says not that there is a private company, they are looking for investors. Okay, they're looking for investors. Are you saying for the oil mine, or what are they looking for investors for, Berlin? If you could be more specific as to that, to help them to drill, or is that what you're saying? Well, give me a link. You could give me a link on that. 706-955-2001. You can call into the studio for that. Well, before I even touch anything with Ukraine and Russia and all of those things, Jesse Smollett, the one that played on what's that show? Yeah, um, played on that show, and they let him out of jail. He's out 6 days, and someone sent me something. Says, "Lady D, look at this. He played the sex card and he won. Has anyone watched that? And can Empire? Yes, yes. Thank you, Facebook user says Empire. So big up yourself. Yeah, the Empire. Yeah. Someone wrote in and said to me, Lady D, he played the sex card and he won. And I thought about it, and I said, in some ways, I kind of agree with that. He played the sex card. He played the card of him being gay, and he rubbed that in. First, he used that as his way of saying that saying it was a hate crime held against him. Then he went and he cried about discrimination. Then it's alleged that he also cried about discrimination. Then now he came and said he's unsafe. How many people in these jail that feels unsafe, that committed a crime and is doing time, you know, and is not getting off, that's not using I'm gay, I'm trans or bisexual, all of these LGBTQ and all of these things. Um, Let me know your thoughts on that. You could definitely email me, DA Powerhouse Radio at gmail.com. DA Powerhouse Radio at gmail.com. Well, how am I doing? Am I doing all right by myself? I'm just flowing. I'm just trying to keep the momentum going and all of these things. How are you all doing? And I'm hoping that you're enjoying reasoning with me. You can call in and reason with me too. 706-955-2001. All righty. Before I'm not going to go to Ukraine yet. Another topic. A 13-year-old. I mean, this is an atrocity. And I wonder who is going to be held liable for this situation right here. A 13-year-old was driving a truck in Texas that killed 9 people. That's including 6 college golfers. Okay. And 2 others are listed in critical condition. You know, and in the truck, it was the 13-year-old and 2 other persons. They also perished, they also died in this crash. But the legal age, if it's a class course, is 14 years. And you have to be 15 years to have a provisional license to drive in Texas. So I'm wondering who is going to be held accountable for what's going on. And they're not saying if the other 2 occupants was his parents or anything like that. So as I continue to check on that, I'll let you all know as well next week, Thursday, on Reasoning. Um, I wonder who's going to be held accountable on that, and why would they allow these children? Why would they allow children? Hold on, let me get this phone line over here. Hello, caller. Welcome. Welcome. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good, lady.
All right. Thank you.
Sorry about that. My phone was dying, so I had to get it plugged in. But
Yeah.
back to what I was saying. I'm sorry. I'm going to talk about my friend, and getting out of jail, not serving the amount of months that he's supposed to serve.
Yeah.
But there is a company in Jamaica. I was trying to find it on YouTube. They have a whole half an hour of it on YouTube where they're talking about this particular company. I forgot the name of it. I should have made notes. But anyway, they're talking about this particular company that is drilling in Jamaica. They started out a couple of years ago and they didn't find anything. Then they went again about 4 years ago and they found where there's like about 60,000 gallons of oil in that particular place. It's a particular area. I'm telling you, I'm going to look it up again, and next week I'll come back with more concrete information on it.
Okay, so
But
it's not
now,
over in the cockpit country.
No, it's not
Where the
cockpit
Maroons.
country.
Okay.
This is somewhere else. And the thing is that what they're saying is that this thing's supposed to go through by 2023.
Okay.
It's supposed to
So
complete.
hopefully
But
that will make Jamaica rich.
they're short on funds and they're looking for investors.
Well, I may have to go check it out and see what type of
Yeah, check
investment
it out, and
opportunity.
I'm gonna get the link and let you know more about it. But what I'm saying is that and also the individual who was talking about this, like he said, also, we are. Do you understand all these countries that was digging for oil? What happened? The environment was destroyed. People's lives were turned upside down.
Right.
Is Jamaica that greedy for money to do this?
Yes.
And I think I really hope that one day I could go home and build me a little small house or something. And with this going on, this changed my mind.
Yeah,
I might as well stay here where it's cold all the doggone time and it's going through my bones.
And be safe. And at least feel like you're safe. Not necessarily that you are safe, but to feel like you're safe. It's man, I'm telling you, I've had so much dreams myself to go back home and to do build and stuff, and I have acreage of lands there, and not thinking to even go back right now with what's going on over in Jamaica. Donna Moody says, yes, they are destroying the earth. Well, the earth is crying out. The earth is crying out in the process of them destroying it. Even I was watching some mantins they in Florida that are just dying, and they're dying of hunger. They have
Mm.
mantis that are just showing up left and right in Florida, um, in the seas that are just dying because the lack of food. You have the glaciers that are melting, and they had a warning over here in Georgia that in the next 10 years, I think it is, they are making preparations because they're saying that the way the glaciers are melting, it's alleged that the way the glaciers are melting, um, Savannah, and there was another area. Oh my goodness, I still remember the name. But Savannah and another area down there is going to be underwater because the the sea level, something to that effect, is going to be above certain parts of these areas, and they're now trying to speak with the residents and trying to make changes in the area to get prepared, because there's nothing that they can do about it because it's happening, but is them getting prepared for what is going to be taking place in the next 10 years, 10 to 12 years.
Not, and it's not just the glacier, but the ocean on a whole. Because even Jamaica, they're saying that the water is now, instead of it coming in, it's receding, and you're
Mm.
finding more sand mass than that and rocks than water. So
Yeah.
it's the whole environment is being changed because of the pollution. Listen, they go up there. How many times a year they go up in God's world up there?
Okay, in
Okay,
space.
every time they go up, they're changing the whole atmosphere, the
Yeah.
whole cycle. You
Hmm.
know,
They're messing with
so
God's
we
earth.
can expect anything with global warming.
Yeah.
I mean,
They're going up there and they're messing with God's earth and building their spacecraft and all these
mm,
things. Donna, you gonna chime in? They're building those
mm,
spacecraft and coming back and with all of these goodies, and is destroying the earth. See, Donna, I was waiting for Donna to respond. She said it's a science experimentation. It is. They're up there experimenting on all sorts of things, and it's all a secret. Sometimes I say, when we see things on television programs, if it not go so, it got near so. You know what I mean?
mhm,
Because
mhm.
after there be certain movies, then a couple of years later you hear them talk about it and say, well, this took place, that took place. So, I know Donna always hit us up and talking about inhumane and humane of terrestrial people, you know, and so on. Yeah, and I feel that sometimes there are um aliens amongst us. What's your thought on that, Carla?
They're just going too far,
They're
Lady
going
B.
too
I mean,
far.
man is just going too far. Um, um, I mean, curiosity is okay, but there is, so far you should go with curiosity. There is so much things that are going on that we don't even know about. We can't even touch on because it's not exposed to the average people.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of experimentations that are going on that are even using humans, because when I look at the statistic, how many people are missing, and not just one age group, but several age group. There's some type of experiment going on. Come
Yeah.
on now. Everybody is not in the broad shows or whatever you are being sex taken for sex. There's
Being
experiments going on.
experimented
There,
on. They're being
yes,
kidnapped and being experimented on.
experiments. Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. That
Yeah.
in Jamaica, all these young female are missing, you know, teachers,
And not
young
everything is
girls
sex
missing.
trafficking.
And it's
Everything
not
is,
sex trafficking, they're
yeah,
finding their bodies.
yeah,
They're finding the bodies in graves, in shallow graves.
yeah.
So after they finish experimenting with them, they put them in shallow graves. I mean, there's so much unknown that is out there, you
Yeah.
know, that nothing is strange to me anymore. I
Anymore.
just pray on it and ask God to cover me and cover this world, you know.
That's all we
Um,
can do.
but really and truly, it's a lot going on out there. And I watch YouTube. I'm really good. I'm big on YouTube,
Yeah.
you know, and I watch it because it's not just stuff coming from the government, but some of these things are coming from people who are actually seeing these things, you know. So I'm big on YouTube, and my mom used to say, "Pick sense out of
Out of
nonsense."
nonsense,
You know
right?
what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm good to pick sense out of nonsense, and it's not everything I see I believe, but I know that there are things that exist that we are not aware of, and
Yes.
it's being kept from us deliberately.
Mhm. You know what I used to love a show that used to be on what's the channel again? It used to be called Conspiracy Theory. And
Okay,
they
I remember that.
With Jesse Ventura. And they took it off because he was finding out all type of top government secrets and things like that. And it's alleged that his life was threatened if he continued to
Yeah,
do these things. So the program was taken off, or he stopped doing the program. It's alleged that it was he stopped doing the program because of the threat. Because he was the first that came and showed us the underground houses,
yeah,
the
yeah.
the homes that are being built underground. um he's the one who showed us the big old black coffins, a whole bunch of them that was being made up. There was a lot of
Yeah,
things that he started to show. So yeah, his life was in big
yeah.
jeopardy for
And it's
doing that.
manifesting now. If you look at YouTube, you see them building those underground houses.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Well, I
yeah,
was
War
talking about it
Game.
the
You
other
remember
day.
that movie, War Game?
Yeah, I was talking about it the
That's
other
what's going
day.
on now.
Yeah, I want to build a bunker.
Excuse me?
I want to build a
Yeah,
bunker. I want to do a bunker. I want a couple of acres of land, and I want to make an underground bunker because what is going on? Let's before I run over there to Ukraine, did you said you wanted to say something about Jesse Smollett?
yes. I was listening to it today on the news, and what they did was they were saying that if they prolong it, then it would cost, it would be more, it would cost more or less. What happened is that they gave him that time because of the cost. It would be best for them to let him go than to pursue it any longer. So he served less time than he's supposed to have served. But this been going on for about 2 weeks, the debate, because folks are saying that he was an actor and they took his livelihood away because nowhere in Hollywood he will be able to get a acting position. So they're saying they've been debating about him being let go because he has suffered enough. They're saying, you know.
Okay.
So I guess the judge took that into consideration,
Mm.
you know, and let him go early, you know,
Okay.
because I think he's supposed to serve,
It was
must
19
be
months
three
or
months or
15
something
months.
like
Yeah.
that, and now he's out.
Yeah.
So but like I said, know, he really did get a lot of backlash from what he did, and sometimes we have to forgive.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's right in what he did. He was wrong in doing what he did,
Mhm.
but we have to forgive, and everybody to their own order. If that's what he chooses to do, his lifestyle, then you go ahead and do what you're doing, but don't get others involved in this. And that was the main reason why people wanted him to be locked up for a while.
Yeah. Well, okay. The Donna Moody with that, Donna Moody says it is an underground world. Get you speaking back in regards to what we were saying, with
Hmm.
the aliens and stuff. But yeah, well, I guess if that's how they're dealing with the whole Jesse Smollett thing from the Empire, you had a lot of his co hosts. Is that what we call it? And only one spoke out and says, 50 Cent said, "What's up? They let that out in less than 3 months." So, I mean, it was
But
crazy.
Tad's been on his side. Tad's been on his side.
Yeah,
And she even spoke up for him,
yeah,
you know?
Taraji. And a lot of
Yeah,
others
she
has
even
remained
spoke up.
mummed. A lot of others have remained mummed and quiet in regards to those situations because the way it just took
Yeah.
place was just not good. Running over to Ukraine, man, I'm telling you, the
Oh, God.
you
Oh,
know
God.
Biden
Hundreds
has
of
now
children
said that he
dying.
feels that this is a war crime,
Mm.
against the people of Ukraine. Earlier today, Let's Gripe was on, and a question that came into the children was, what would they say to the children of the Ukraine? Because you know what, children are being murdered, are being hurt,
Mm.
are being traumatized
Mm.
to what is
Mm.
taking place in Ukraine. And Biden says that Putin should be held for war crimes. Do you feel
Yeah.
that he should be held for war crime? Do you think of it as a war crime? Um, it's normally is a war crime when you're killing civilians, innocent people. What's your thought on that?
And the reason why he's doing this is just that land, that mass, which have
Yeah.
the oil. Okay. Okay. Now the Ukrainians, they had stopped the water flowing to that area. Okay.
Mhm.
And what he's trying to do is, I think, is he's trying to control Ukraine so that he can get that reversed.
Yeah.
Because a couple of years back they had closed the water channel, so there's no fresh water going to that area
Mhm.
of land, and the Russians, they want that land because it's right what they say. Dubai, it's the amount of oil that is there is close to what Dubai have. So it would be them, Dubai, and I think it's China, one of them, that would have the majority of the oil in the world.
It comes back
So
down to the
he
same
is,
thing. Go ahead.
yeah. So it's not just people are saying it's power, but it's not just power; it's controlling of that oil. But is it worth, like I was saying about Jamaica, is it worth destroying people's lives, much less children? Come on now.
For them,
I mean,
it is.
this land does not, no one owns it. It belongs to God Almighty or the Creator, whoever you want to say He is.
But for them, it
That's what it
is.
belongs to.
For them, it is. It's
Uh-huh.
all about money. It's all about money.
It
Because
is all
for
about
them
money,
to get
and
these things,
it is power, really, control.
yeah, power,
It is
control,
power.
money.
It is power, control, yeah.
It's all about the
Yeah.
money. It's
But
all about
that's
the
what
money.
it's all about. That plot of land that has, remember there was like about 4 different countries and they were separated, but I think they're on the NATO platform, so therefore he can't just attack them. Okay,
Yeah.
but remember, Ukraine didn't get the chance. They had from what I heard, they had their paperwork in, but it just wasn't approved in time. And Putin knew this, so he wanted to do what he needed to do before that was approved. You know, and all of this is going on because of that plot of land right in the center of all of those countries.
Yeah,
Okay,
killing
and
innocent
in order for him to
people.
get to it, he has to
He
go
has to
through
mow
Ukraine.
through. He has to mow through people. It's
Mm-hmm.
all about money, and
It's all about money and power
God
for
see
real.
him.
Yeah.
God see God not sleeping. So
Mm, yeah.
yeah, God's not
And
sleeping.
Angie and I had a discussion where she was saying that Putin doesn't have any money. The money
Mhm.
belongs to the Russian people, really.
Yeah.
Um,
You know
so
what?
because remember he had packages. That's why America put the sanctions on all those rich people
Mhm.
who were supporting him. So now he doesn't have those people that those set of people supporting him anymore because they're everything's been cut off, the banking system, all of that been cut off from them.
Yeah.
So he's desperate,
Yes.
and because he's desperate, he's doing what he's doing, because before he had decided that he wasn't going to bomb the neighborhoods, where there are people, civilians.
Yeah.
But now he's doing that.
He's bombing
You know,
everywhere. He's bombing
I saw
everywhere,
a
everything.
daycare center that was bombing, and I'm saying, my God, you saw the teachers running with those kids.
Oh God.
That's ridiculous. It's
It's
wicked,
wickedness.
wicked,
It's wickedness.
wickedness.
And
Yeah.
I hope that, and well, I leave it to God. God will work it out. And you know, oh boy, the lives that are lost. I pray
Yeah.
for each and every
Yeah.
one. I just
Yeah.
pray for each and every
Hundreds of
one.
kids. They sleeping
Old
in the
and
subway,
young.
on the ground in the subway. Lord of
Yeah, the
mercy.
reporters.
People that was in the hospital. Kids that have cancer. Kids.
Mhm.
I mean, I look at it and I said, "Oh my God!" And I can't help but look at it. I'm trying not to, but I have
You
to
know
look
what?
at it.
I can't even look. I don't even watch it. I barely
Oh
watch.
God.
I barely watch TV anyway. But when I see them showing, I'm like, my heart is hurting because there's nothing that I could do. All we can do
Yeah.
is send funds over there, and I see comments all over the place as to, and I think we touched it a little bit last week as to um, why this pouring has not gone out for countries with melanated skin people whom are going through these same atrocities right now, but I can't even worry about that. I'm going off of what I see, and I don't like what I see, and I just pray that anyone who is being oppressed, you know
Yeah.
um you know God just grant them some ease, some freedom, and you know, just stall up these tankers and just, it's just a sad, sad thing that's
Well,
going
like
on in the
Wednesday,
world.
Chaplain, at my Bible study class, like Chaplain said, we have to pray for the president too, because he's
Mhm.
in a position where he has to tread real lightly, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
He
he
can't
does.
just rush and do things, because then it's gonna affect us also.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? We already have our young men and women over there
yeah.
in position.
In
Can you
harm's
imagine?
way.
Because next thing you know, the draft is gonna come around.
In
Okay,
harm's way.
if we get in a war, plus nuclear. Come on now.
Well,
Come
that's
on
one of the
now.
things that it is alleged that he is trying to really, really stop from happening. But
Yeah.
there was some
Mhm.
other. I'm looking them up that sent me some email as to what's my thought if World War III. Don't I see that World War III has already started? Um,
Mm.
those are the reasons why I got to step up my game as to getting my bunker. And we all need to be prepared. We all need to really start. If for those who haven't started to get prepared, is to get prepared, not a scare tactic or anything in any form of that way, but get prepared that you have your water, you have your necessities, you your light, your flashlights, your first aid kits, your items to cook with, simple items to cook with, your canned stuff, and all of these things. Miss Donna says we are in World War III. So Donna's saying that yeah, she believes that we are in World War III. And I kind of was on the fence when I saw Putin went over and had that talk with China. Um, I was like, okay, now what's going on? What are they getting ready to plan and what they're getting ready to do? So I would encourage each and every one that if you haven't already, start preparing. You know, get a 20 pound, maybe 2 20 pound bag of rice, and they have those pails. And if you look on YouTube, they tell you ways how to seal these things so that you have food. Because as right now they keep on saying to us that there's going to be a food shortage, that the food prices, we are not going to be able to afford these
Regulate
things.
that.
And it's a right now we're crying for food, we're crying for fuel, we're crying for
Mhm.
so many things. So it's really time for a lot of us to start preparing. For those who haven't, just start little simple things. Get a couple of get 30 days worth of goods and put it in a box and put it in your closet and say that this is for this rainy day. For those who like to ship, go get some of those blue barrels. Get even one, two of those blue barrels, and fill them up with water and store them in your back, and put the little tablets that you can drop in there to clean your water. There's just certain things that we can start to do to take steps right now to get ourselves prepared for anything that may happen, um, you know, in our near future. So, man, I tell you, caller, I appreciate you calling and chit chatting with me. Guess what? It's 9 o'clock on the dot. We did it. We did it. I
You
feel
did
good because
awesome, lady.
we chit
Awesome.
chat. Thank you. Thank you. Man,
It's
I want
good.
to encourage each and everyone to listen to the wonderful programmings right here on on the Powerhouse Radio, streaming live on the Victorious 89.1 FM. I'm honestly not sure what this echoing business is all about because I had no echoing when we were doing the kids. I'm not sure what's going on, but nonetheless, I thank each and every one for tuning in right here to Reason Thursday with me. Saturday, be sure to check out the Bishop Blair Gospel Explosion from 9 to 11. All righty, right here on the Powerhouse Radio. Also, I might be doing a little musical thing tomorrow night. Just come on board at about 8 o'clock, and if I'm on, then I'm gonna play some music. Couple of nights I've been in here and I've been just playing music for about an hour or two. So I might, sometime I pop into the studio. So pop on over and check and see if Lady D is up and on. And be sure to join us. Be sure to join me Saturday from 12 to 4 p.m. for the Lady D show. And I might do what I did last week. Last week I went on from 11 and just had the vibes going for a little bit right after the Bishop Blair Gospel Explosion. And do be sure to check out each our gospel mornings is trust me, it is the best gospel morning. Get your gospel on each and every Sunday mornings, kicking it off at 8 a.m. With the Gospel Vibes crew. Check them out. And um, Donna Moody says, you are echoing because I'm tuned in. They know I don't miss your show. Oh, bless up, Donna. I appreciate you. You know what? I just thank you very much for being a loyal listener. Queen, I thank you also for being a loyal listener, never leaving us. Blossom, for being a loyal listener, always calling in, checking in, or texting. And we really appreciate all of our loyal listeners. See, sometimes I don't like calling names because we get emails and we get texts on our phones and all of these things. So we just thank each and every one all around the world that tunes in and vibes with us. But check me out Saturday, all right, from 12 p.m. up until the 4 o'clock hour. I'm going to leave back out with Don Minot. Big up yourself once again, Don Minot. Always vibes in with us as well. I'm going to leave out with this one that he called Dirty Babylon. Where you are, sir. This one is called Dirty Babylon. So check out Don Minot right here on the Reasoning Thursday. We're going to touch him up next week. We're going to come touch him up. Love you guys. Be safe. Wash your hands, sanitize. Just be mindful of what's going on out there. You all know there's another new variant on the rise. So just take care of yourself. Loving it to the max. Want to say big shout outs to my in-law. Big up yourself, Miss Anna. And New York, big up yourself. He said good vibes in-law. So love you all and see you all Saturday, 12 to 4 p.m. right here on the Powerhouse Radio. Also on the Victorious Radio. Leaving out with Mr. Don Myton himself. He says, Dirty Babylon.
Hey.
Loving her.
Away, Babylon.
Before we go, Carla, you want to say something to the listeners?
No, just have a blessed night, everyone, and just like she said, keep an eye out. There's so much out there that you might not know.
All right, bless up.
Let's just begun.
Mr. Don Minot.
Enemies surround us with bad intentions. Spiritual wickedness in high and low places.
You're in tune to the Powerhouse Radio, linking the world to the Caribbean.
Victorious 89.1 WAKE. Your unity in the community. Station.
The dirty Babylon. Away, wicked man. Away. Hey. It's just begun. I know you think you've got the battle won, but the war has just begun. More people all over the world, stand up and fight. More people all over the world, stand up for your rights. Approach with caution, danger lies ahead. Their sincerity is very, very doubtful. Hey. And so, my people, you must be careful. Away, Babylon. Away, the dirty Babylon. Away, wicked man. Away, hey. Dirty Babylon. Away, the dirty Babylon. Away. Go away now. Go away. Poor people all over the world, get up, stand up and fight. Poor people all over the world, stand up for your rights. Spiritual wickedness in high and low places.